Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Well, I'm going to give you another buy rating. I'm uh, on actually the iShares Commodity Index. The symbol is GSG, and I've been bullish on this before. It's corrected. I think this is a good chance to go back to a buy on this. Let's get into it. Was up 43% in a couple of months earlier. So let's get into it. Before I get into GSG, which is 70% in energy and has a good agricultural weighting as well as a little bit in metals, 3 to 4 or 5% in metals. So it gives you some diversification where if you're in oil, and oil's been super volatile. But I'm going to give you my opinion here on oil first, and then it's going to translate into GSG. So this is a long-term chart on oil going all the way back to 97 and the huge bull market and the big throw over top here outside of our bullish channel, and that marked the top. And since then, we've been in a downtrend. We even got down to $10 a barrel. And and then we had kind of a straight up market and energy starting in 2020. And um, and so uh, you know, one thing I want you to notice on this is that we had a clear 5 waves up that tells us the trend went from down to up. One, two, three, four, and five. So we got done with the first wave in 2022. Since then, we've had a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. I know it's a little different. You would think that would be bearish, but all these overlapping waves are suggesting that it's just corrective. It's working off some of this big up move that we had. And so that just completed back a couple of months ago, and off we went. So this was the end of our second wave. This is the Elliott wave theory, one of the tools in my toolbox that I like to use. And now we're in a third wave. And one thing that we know about third waves is they're the biggest, the most profitable, and something you want to be involved in. And I don't think we're done with that third wave yet. And then once that happens, we'll get a fourth wave, and then we'll get another fifth wave. So we're in kind of in the sweet spot here, and I don't worry about what what's going on in Iran and all of that. It certainly has helped our cause, but actually this had broken out before the Iran war. So let's take a closer look at this. And here it is. This was the falling wedge, and it lasted 2.5 years. And here's where I went bullish on oil back in December 5th of 2020, December 5th of 2026. And so now within our this move out of here, the third wave coming up, the third wave coming up. We have one, two, we had a big third wave. What are third waves? The biggest, the most powerful. And we got a way big overbought condition. And that overbought condition, we have no negative divergence. When we hit this high, the highest high here, we got confirmation. We got a higher high on our RSI. That's saying, wow, there's a lot of interest in this. So I think now that we're getting a pullback, and our RSI is now down below 70. If we do go back up and hit another higher high, which I'm anticipating, we'll get probably a negative divergence, a lower high on our relative strength index that'll be flashing a caution sign, beware, a change of trend is coming. And in this case, it would be from up to down. So let's go back here. So I think we're in a fourth wave triangle right now. So one, two, three, fourth wave triangle, kind of probably bounce around here a little bit, and then off we'll go to the races there. So um, that's kind of the big picture stuff. Why I'm not suggesting, buy oil tonight is because the volatility index on crude oil is really, really high. Yeah, it was higher, it was up to 125. Right now, we're still at like 95 or 85. And anything really over like 60 or 65, what that tells you is the price of crude is moving or having great swings, and it makes it more difficult and more risky to be invested in it. So that's kind of what that chart is showing you. In the crude's favor, we have bullish seasonality. So here we are right here. This month should be, and these are just tendencies. It doesn't always follow what seasonality is showing us, but you like that in your corner. But crude normally goes up into June before you get into a really kind of a bad situation. Okay, so GSG, the iShares Commodity Index, this is 70% energy. And you can see where I went bullish back on, looks like August 31st at 2277. And I went neutral on March 30th, just a couple weeks ago, at 3258, which was a 43% gain. Since then, it's eh, corrected, I don't know, 7% maybe. And so I'm recommending buying this back again. And so the real thing here is, this is going to mimic oil quite a bit because it's 70% energy. Like today or this week, it's down like 7%, whereas the crude oil is down like 15%. So, this is going to give you a little less volatility, but you're certainly going to participate. So that's why I'm recommending this again. Um, and on our 5-wave count, we got one, two, big third wave. We want to get in front of that. And now I think we're in a fourth wave here. And then we'll get another push to another high, and we'll get a lower high here on our relative strength index, and it'll flash a caution sign, and it'll say, beware, a change of trend is coming. So we sidestep this decline, and so we're going to get involved in it again. Thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Tell me what you think crude oil is going to do. Is it going higher? Is it going lower? Give me your opinion. I'd be curious to know. Have a great evening. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.